I'm getting there, y'all. I'm telling you, I have been working on this PowerPoint all day long in between messages. So if you have messaged me and I have not responded, I'm not even joking. I will get to you. I was just working on this PowerPoint. So let's get started. I don't know how long this is going to take. Let me share my screen. Hi, Trace.
The Wi-Fi box just reset for some reason. So if you're wondering why, I don't know why it reset.
Oh, wait, I hope not. Don't touch it because I'm on the computer.
Did you hear what I said? I just said I didn't do anything to it, and I haven't touched it yet. It just reset, so I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
That I didn't do anything.
Okay, 1 second. Hopefully, guys, it will work where my internet doesn't go out. Sorry, Trace just told me our box just reset, so hopefully it doesn't lose my internet. We are at the Fairmont because I'm taking it as an incentive. I think it's called Fairmont. I actually don't even know, to be honest with you. Gosh, I wonder if I should wait to get started to see if my internet.
It is the Fairmont.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't kick me out. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, so we are talking Cincy Sling Shot Incentive Trip, and this is going to be your tool to hit your target prize to earn the incentive. Your slingshot, as you know, when you have a typical slingshot, it is your tool that you need. And I put rocks because I don't really know what else you could sling besides maybe marshmallows. I don't know if you want the gentler, kinder version. But as a child, we would slingshot rocks in our little slingshot. So that's your activities. Whatever you're slinging is going to be your activity, okay? But a slingshot does not work by itself. It needs someone to hold it, to make movement and make it work. So as we're going through this today, remember, you've got the tools in front of you. You've got the things that you need to do, but it's going to be up to you to hold it, to make movement and make it work, okay? So nothing can be done unless you choose to make it done. So here we go. This is the time-sensitive manner. Our time frame is midnight, April 1st, which is already passed. So it's in effect now to 11:59 Pacific time on July 31st, 2019. Time is ticking. Time is of the essence. The sooner you get started on this incentive, the easier it will become where you're not stressing out or looking desperate towards the end. So it is very important that you recruit people, sponsor people, have home parties, get these parties done. Start now because you may need time to nurture someone to join, okay? So time is of the essence, okay? The deadline for orders to count towards your PRV is 11:59 p.m.
Come here. In the middle, man.
1 second. Let me just make sure we've got everybody muted. 1 second. If you are not muted, would you guys mind muting? Okay, I think everyone might be. Okay, everybody's muted now. There's two components in this incentive. It's going to be based on sales and it's going to be based on sponsoring, okay? Here is the lineup on sales in this order. I have basically put it in a chart for you on what's going to get you the most money, the fastest and the smartest. You want to work smarter, not harder. This is what I recommend doing in this order to get the most bang for your buck, right? We always tell our hostesses, let me fill out the order forms and our customers. I want to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck so we can give them the bundle and save. Well, here is your bundle and save. This is the most bang for your buck. Home parties is going to be your best bet. Then fundraisers. Then events. Followed by basket parties. An open house. Realtor baskets. Online parties. Last, individual orders. We're going to break these down now. Home parties. Why am I telling you home parties first? Basically, because that is where you can get in front of someone. You will have sales future bookings, and potential recruits all in one place in a span of 2 hours. There is nothing that we do that is more effective and that can cover all of those areas like home parties. And it may be kind of awkward, but the first thing you have to do is ask. And there is no magic trick to be asking your hostesses to host a party. It is simply, have you ever thought about getting this for free and half price? Would you like to get some of your friends together for a sip and sniff and smell the scents and place your orders, and you earn the hostess rewards? It's different ways that you're going to have to practice in order to feel comfortable asking people to do something. And the best way I can give you, and the best analogy, is like asking people for a piece of gum. Or if someone asks you, would you like a piece of gum? You're not offended or put off. If somebody's asking you if you'd like dessert after going out to eat at a restaurant, you're not offended or put off. It's okay, and you've got to get past them telling you no, because guess what? It's okay that they still place their order. We're not going to turn them away. If you can't find anyone to do a home party, have your own. And you are the best one that knows to be so effective on getting people there and getting attendance. Now, getting attendance on things is not just posting it, setting up the event, and having it happen. People come to help people because of connections. If you are just blasting it or mass sending it out, it's not going to be effective and you're not going to get the results you want. You could consider having a themed party. There's all different types of themes out there that you can do. You could consider doing a mystery hostess party where there's not really a particular like assigned hostess, but everybody comes and brings their people, and then you do drawings or divide up the hostess rewards and give them away as prizes at the game. I mean, at the end of the party. That would be the game, if you will, but you just give them out. It's not a big deal. You could divide it up. Like, you get a half price item, you get $20 in free, you get 15, or you can give all to one person or a couple of people. It's up to you. There's no right or wrong way when dividing up the hostess rewards like that. Always remember that you can flip an order. So when somebody comes to you, you should be thinking in your head, am I going to pitch this to them right now when they're giving me my order? Am I going to ask them right now, hey, Nikki, do you have a couple of friends that use Scentsy? Wait for the answer. I would love to have you get a couple of your friends together and where you could get all your order entire for free or for half price. It doesn't take much. You just need like 6 or 7 friends, even if they just need a 6-pack of bars. You could get all of yours for free or half price. It's something as easy as that. So don't just take the order and stop. You have to offer for them to host a party, okay? And you don't always have to use the word party. Sometimes using that word party is it throws them off. They think of the old school, like, have to invite, have to clean my house, I've got to provide the food. It makes it look like it's too much work for them. So here are a couple of ideas for you to stop using that party word. A get-together, a girls' night out, bunko, a mom and daughter show, a craft night, a Scentsy social, a kids' buddy birthday party, a sip and sniff, bingo, mystery hostess, mom's night out, happy hour, a Scentsy recycle party. You can come up with any type of theme that you want to get these people enticed to have a party without using the party word, okay? We're next on the list was fundraisers. Number 1, you have to have an effective proposal packet. If you do not have an effective proposal packet, you have nothing tangible to give people when they get home. When you're speaking to someone about a fundraiser, people tend to try to feel like they have to give them all the information at once. And if they don't, they feel like they might be rejected. But here's the thing, that is what this effective proposal packet is for. And if you have it all in the documents, like I only keep the Scent Circle fundraiser proposal one on me for 2 reasons. It's simple, it's easy, but it's the most effective and the most profitable out there that I can offer. So that's what I give them. You have to ask around. You've got to ask your people on Facebook. Who has kids in sports? Who do you know in your circle that has people that are trying to raise funds? Everybody knows somebody right now that is trying to raise money for something. Remember, fundraisers can be done for groups or individuals. Maybe you know someone that's is doing looking for a cause or doing an event where you can set up a booth. Maybe it's a fundraiser for someone's medical bills or something like that, and you can offer to set up an event, a booth at their event for a fundraiser. And this is the easiest and largest profit for the organization is the Cent Circle fundraiser option. So keep that in mind. These are different groups just to get you thinking a little bit about different types of groups or organizations that would be interested in doing a fundraiser. Orchestra, church groups, senior trip, choir, graduation, an individual one. PTA or PTO, gymnastics, ROTC, fun run, band, FAA, select sport teams, any sports organization, football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, teacher classroom, prom, drill team, booster clubs, school departments, the school library, cheerleading, orchestra. You see my point. There are hundreds of different organizations out there that are looking to raise money. If someone comes to you and asks for a donation, say, you know what, I'm so sorry, I've already reached my limit this year on donations, but I could offer to be able to give you more with one of our Cent Circle fundraisers. May I send you some information? It's that simple, right? You don't have to have vomit of the mouth. You could just mail a packet later. Events. This was the third item on our list. Google craft fairs in my area, wherever town you live in or surrounding towns. Start making a list of upcoming events. Contact any local churches, schools, see if they have any craft fairs or bazaars coming up. You can contact or become a member of your Chamber of Commerce. Sometimes that's a little pricey, so be careful when you're doing that, but they may have a calendar on their website that you can actually look at some of the events around town. A junior league if it's in your area. What's really nice too is just the Facebook events that you can click to see what's going on in your area that day. Kind of scroll through those and become familiar with some of these events. In your city, there should be a calendar of events on your city website. Maybe ask friends or any other direct sales people that you know. Usually, typically, if you have a friend that does direct sales, they're doing some other type of event or they know of something that's happening. Direct sales people are in the know, so it's important to connect with those people or if you're doing an event, walk around and meet the other vendors, become their friends. They will tell you about other things happening in the area. Next on the list, basket parties. Perfect places, dental or orthodontist offices, any type of people that work. If you work a full-time job, you better be taking mini testers or a basket party with you to your workplace. It works very well in the lounges or in the lunchrooms or break rooms. It's very important to have that available so people can place an order or become a hostess for you. It's an opportunity just sitting there. All of my basket parties, I consider them little employees. If they are sitting at home, they're not making me any money. My job is to get all my little employees, I have 4 or 5 of them, that have to be out working at all times. Flip an order. So when someone, again, comes to place an order with you, hey, Nikki, would you like to take this bag to work and just see if you can collect some orders? If you do, great. If not, it's okay. We'll go ahead and get your order turned in. But I bet you there's going to be some people at your work that uses Scentsy and loves it and needs bars. Why don't you just take it for a day and see how it goes? That's all you have to say. It's great for out-of-state people. Sports moms, take it, sit in the bleachers, passing it around, smelling while the kids are playing, earn free product and half price from the stands. It's that simple. Any home party, this is great to hand out and let them collect orders and get outside orders prior to the home party. That way, if people can't attend, she's collecting them in advance. Travel with, have a set of mini testers with you at all times. Don't leave home without it. If it's too hot, carry it in the store with you at all times. Let people see it. Work your business in public. And I used to go around and carry mini testers and act like I was sorting, and it was like my on-the-go set 24/7. I would constantly be rearranging this set for nothing. And most of them weren't even current sets. It was like my show kit, if you will, inside doctor's appointments and things, is just to get people seeing me work my business, so it gives them something to see that you're active, you're working your business. It could strike up a conversation, maybe it doesn't, but they see you working your business, okay? If you're doing nothing, they'll have no idea you're a Scentsy consultant and won't even worry about striking up conversation. The next item on the list was open house. Host your own. Schedule an open house on a regular basis. Keep it once a month where your people know, yep, Heather's going to have a party the third Friday of every month. It's always at her house. You can always come. Maybe you have a local builder. Ask them if they have an open house that you can put a warmer in there with some of your cards. Maybe contact a realtor that you know and she's got a listing coming up and say, hey, can I make your listing smell great? I'll put a warmer with a cube of wax in there with some of my cards for free, just to get my information up there. If you can't get an open house booked, this is where it's very important to couple an open house with something. How many of you saw my flower making night? That had nothing to do with Scentsy, but it got people over at my house to where they placed orders, and still $400 or $500 worth of Scentsy was sold, just because I'm coupling it with something fun. So what have your friends or people you know in your circle been looking to do? Girls' night out, a game night, a crafting night? Figure out what the need is that people have been wanting to do and pair it and couple it with the Scentsy open house, okay? Or find one of your friends to want to couple it with something with Scentsy. The next one was realtor baskets. Have an example or show an example of what you can do for closing gifts. Now, again, product cannot be sold out of its packaging, so whatever they do with it, just be careful. You can't advertise that you're assembling all these baskets and doing that. So just thank you so much for choosing me for your closing gifts. That's all you have to say. It's generic and nothing is said. But it's very important to have a picture of your type of work. Don't just steal people's photos, because then they're going to expect that. And if you don't know how to make a bow and the picture you showed them was this gorgeous basket and you can't produce that, be very careful of what you are advertising you can do if you can't. So I would highly recommend putting your own together. Look at some samples if you're not the crafty type, and practice on one with something you've got there. Take a photo and put your warmer back on your shelf, just to give them the idea of what it can look like. Ask a realtor to drop off some information to the agents in their office, and have an effective flyer to hand out with you. Online parties. These are I would say, not my least favorite, but they work. It is PRV. It's a stretch, I think, sometimes to get it to qualifying. But you have to ask. If it's for busy people that don't have time, or have a party with you and maybe cancel, there's always an alternative. And that's really what you're doing. So if you've had someone that maybe had a home party and has canceled, maybe say, you know what, let's set your party up online. Why don't you blast it and see how it goes? And maybe we can still get you some hostess benefits like that with you connecting with your guests, because they love and adore you and want to help you. It's really on the hostess for your online parties. It's her communication with people and how well she's connecting and reaching out and engaging with her own friends that's going to be the success. So your success is as great as your hostess's engagement and excitement. So individual orders. This comes down to where you have to segment your customers. Sometimes this is working 5 times harder collecting these instead of getting and asking them to host. You've got to take advantage, especially during an incentive period, and maximize every single order. And by maximize, I mean ask them to host an online basket. Don't run through all of them, just generically, and then we're going to see which one fits. Right now is a great time to follow up with Christmas customers that ordered for Christmas. If you're not using Maven, you've got to use Maven during this incentive time. It will be a game changer in your incentive period, as in your business year-round. The 2 components will not come from a stranger. There is no one that is going to be joining your team immediately. It's someone you don't know or have a relationship with. This business does not run like this. And then 9 times out of 10 that I see, people are just posting something, sitting back, waiting for a result. Hopeful posting is not going to run your business. It sure isn't going to get you recruits. And you've got to be able to create relationships with people. So a stranger is not going to be your answer. With sponsoring, the first place to start is, do you currently have any leads? And by leads, I mean, well, here's mine right here. My ongoing list of 5 potential recruits that I have right now. You should have a list like this for your customers, your hosts, and potential recruits. At any time in this business, if you do not have 3 separate lists ongoing and revisit this, you are wasting some time, okay? This is the effective tool that you need to have in this business, especially during an incentive period. If you, a list of 100 is a great place to start. So if you don't have a list, your lead list, we're going to create one. Your Frank list, and all of you have probably heard of this. Frank stands for friends or family. Relatives is family. So friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and people associated with kids or grandkids. That is your Frank list. There is a brainstorming technique, and we're all going to watch it now while we're on here. Let me pull it up. Sorry, I should have been prepared and had it up. And I'm going to put it right here, and because I want y'all to see how important this is. Some of you have seen it. Some of it's going to be a refresher, but it's very important.
Ooh, my hand. Sorry, girls.
Can you tell me you can hear it?
God, I forget about the boys in the team. Sorry, people. Want to talk to you about your list of 100. So, first of all, why? Why make a list of 100? I know that you've got all the people that you know in the world on Facebook, or you think you do, but your list of 100 plus is all about expanding outside of people that you know. So you could sit here and try and write your list right now of people in your world, but I find it, and this might not work for everybody, but this is the way I like to write my lists when I think of people. So I'm terrible paper waster, so sorry to all the like rainforests and stuff, but I need this to be able to make my brain work. So I've got to now try and hold the camera and write whilst on the camera, which is weird because the pen feels like it's in a different place. So what I do is I take somebody I want to put on my list. So I'm going to start you off with my best friend Katie, okay? So I'm definitely going to add Katie to my list. But before I do that, what I want to think about is who is in Katie's world that I can also add to my list. And I find it really difficult doing it in a line. I feel like I really need to do like what I still call a brainstorm. So, for example, Kate. So I'm going to write all the people that Kate's got in her world, boys as well. So she's got her brother Ashley. I'm not going to write her dad down, but she's got her mum, Julie. She has got, let's see if I can film it and see what I'm doing because it's really hard to write on camera. She's got, I know she goes to Weight Watchers, so she's got her Weight Watchers group, and I know her leader's called Nikki. She has got her Auntie Lynn. Now, her Auntie Lynn has got 2 daughters, Lauren and Kelly. Also, just thinking about it, Ashley has got his wife, Kirsty. And actually, his wife Kirsty has got a brother, but I think he's got a girlfriend called Jasmine, I think. So I'm going to jot that down with a question mark. I know she works in an office, and she's got a friend from the office called Judy. Who else do I know in Kate's life? She's got another friend in the office, Jack. I don't know anything about Jack, but he obviously might know some people. So that's just kind of the beginning, and from this, I now already can see people that I'm going to add to my list. So I will now transfer this over. So I've got to try, hold on. This is hard. Okay, so Katie in number 1, and then, and the other thing as well, don't make prejudgments. I've obviously been doing this for a while, and take Kate's mum, for example. She's not a huge makeup wearer, you know, it's just not something I've directly approached her with. And only yesterday, Kate said to me, my mum must have a lip stain, and her mum had shown an interest in the lip stain. And, you know, potentially I could have lost out by not, you know, just letting her know what I do and just sharing my website with her. So don't think, oh, she definitely won't want it. It's all about sharing what you do, and then people will come back to you as and when. So I'm also going to contact Kate's sister-in-law then. We've got her Auntie Lynn on here now. We've got her 2 cousins, Lauren and Kelly. We've got Judy. So already my list of where I potentially would only write Kate down, because that's who I directly have in my life, has now grown to 7, and that's just from one person. I've also got, if we just go back to this list, you know, I'm not sure about this, but this is where lots of women are. So I can potentially ask Kate to take some business cards. I can go with her one day just to start scouting it out. If I go here, where I've got a question mark, you know, I can speak to Kate about Jack. Has Jack got a girlfriend? That kind of thing. So, oh, and Jasmine, yeah, over here. So these can also go on my list, or they can go on a different list. But it's all about opening your eyes to the potential that you've got out there. What I then do is I flip this over and I think of somebody else in my world. So, for example, my cousin Lisa, and I would start then thinking about all the connections she's got and then add to my list. So I hope that's helpful, ladies. Oh, and gents. Mwah.
Okay, did y'all love that? That was amazing. That's exactly what I'm talking about brainstorming and expanding your list of one person, how it quickly can become 7, like she said, right? So it's really reaching out and then doing something with that list. Okay. Oh, how do I get to the next page? 1 second, I don't know what's happening. Okay, if you don't, after you have your list, the second thing to do, oh, I don't know what's happening, hold on, I'm not sure. Okay, there it goes, it was reconnecting. Okay, the next thing to do is find leads. Who in your circle have you not offered the opportunity to? That is where you need to start, okay? That is one of the first places. If someone says no to join, ask them to do a favor for you and host a party. This is on the network of your inner circle of friends. You could also have 2 other separate little lists. Everyone has their dirt list. And by dirt list, I mean, you don't have the skinny on them. I mean, you're selling dirt, and this person would show up to this party and they would buy dirt from you. No matter what you're selling, these people have your back and they would buy dirt, okay? Those are these people that you could go to and say, hey, I am really trying so hard to earn this incentive, and it really means a lot to me, and I would be so excited and so happy if you could just do me a huge favor and host a home party for me. I really need to have about 10 to 12 people there of your friends, and that would really help me out so much, and it would really mean a lot. Those are the people that you could go to say that to on the dirt list, right? And then you've got your chicken list, the people that you're scared to go talk to. We're going to address those later, but be thinking of those type of people on your list of who you're going to contact. If people still say no, here's the great thing, guys. The key during this is to ask them for the referrals. Did you know the average person has a circle of their own network of friends that you don't know, about 250 people? So it comes into play during an incentive time and working your business. It's not necessarily about getting that one person's order, but it's getting to that network of 250 people that you don't know, right? You need that exposure and that interaction with these new people. So here's something that you might want to say. I know you're not interested right now, but I was wondering if you had any friends or coworkers that may be interested in making some extra money or discounted Scentsy products. They would be honored to give you a list of names that you could follow up with, right? That's a very good way to lead. Next, starting point. Go through and evaluate your past customers. Start with the ones that have ordered most recently and frequently. Your frequent and regular hostesses, same thing. Start with the ones that have it the most often and the most recent. Unique clicks. There's a way to go in, which I won't go over now because I have to brush up on it, but you can go in and see your clicks on your newsletter. So Scentsy sends out a newsletter once a month. It looks like it's from you. You can go in and see who's clicking on what. That's a great way to follow up. Now, I wouldn't call and say, hey, I saw you clicked on join on my newsletter. Don't be creepy in that way, but maybe mention something nonchalantly about the business opportunity or how we have a free Scentsy Go and free set of pods this month and how our incentive just started and you can earn up to a $1,000 gift card. There's things, little carrots that you can dangle where it's not so awkward. Update your Maven template with something about joining. If you're following up with those people, put those incentives in your template, okay? Handouts. So I created this one today very quickly. I'll make it big so you can see it real fast, but it's like that. And I put it in my bag, in all my customers' bags today when they were coming to pick up their products. It says $1,000 gift certificate to one of these stores, ask me how. I just need a little bit of information to get them interested. Maybe you've done a past event and you've got those boxes or the little drawing slips. Time to go through those again and revisit to see if anybody checked the box they were interested in joining. Another script that you could use. I am working on building an all-star Scentsy team and you were the first person I thought of. I would really love to work with you. No bites. If they're not biting on what you're giving, you need to offer a compliment or encouragement first. And that was what we did with our, the little cards on our packets. It's over here, I'll have to get it in a minute, but Sparkle card, that's basically what you're doing is you're recognizing a behavior or something, a trait or a quality about them on why you think they would be good on your Scentsy team. And here's why you do that, because they may not see what you see. You're seeing something in them that they don't. It's very important for you to be a good listener and take notes on what they are talking about or what they are interested in. It is important to look to see who is watching. Are they commenting on your Facebook wall, on threads? Are they a current customer? Who are the people you're talking to on a regular basis? Who are you texting with? Who are these people? Did they click like on your Facebook post? Do they share anything? When you post something, you're like, please share this. Or maybe you shared a news article and they shared it too. Are you reaching out to those people? Are they a unique newsletter click? Again, are they regular customers of yours? Who's tagging you when someone's on a Facebook group page going, anybody know a Scentsy consultant? Who are those people that are always tagging you? So there's going to be all different things and ways to see and look to see who is watching in your business. Now, it's very important. It's not a one size fits all. What column does your customer fit in? So you're going to go through these lists that we're going to have you make. This is going to be a little bit of homework for you, but you want to be effective in this. You're going to have a list of buyers. Maybe you've asked them to host and join in the past, but they really just like being a customer. It's okay to put them in that column, right? Maybe they past hostess. Maybe you've asked them to join, but they just really like hosting and buying, okay? And then you've got your join. These are people you've never asked anything to. You've never asked them to host, and you've never asked them to join. I want you to put them in that third column. Every situation will be different, okay? This is the only analogy, I'm going to warn you now, y'all know how my mind goes, and I'm going to tell you this is the only analogy that I could think of to help y'all understand this. And it happened when I got an example today, and I thought, no, you went straight to home base. Like, there was no whining and dining. There was no first, second, or third base. Like, what happened? Like, where's the dating? Like, you can't just shove it down their throat and go straight to the goods. Like, it doesn't work like that. So it got me thinking, like, this is what we're doing in our Scentsy business. We're offering the opportunity. Every situation is different, and you have to go through dating. So you don't just jump to the home plate. We want to wine and dine first. I'm going to walk you through the bases in a clean way on what you're going to do to run this business and go through sponsoring where you're not going to have a hoe or be a slut, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm teaching y'all, but it made sense in my brain. All right. So first date, we're getting to know them, right? We're not going straight for the shirt, okay? First date, getting to know them. You're having conversations. Not Scentsy talk. You're stalking their social media, looking for ways to connect, okay? Feel the situation out. Do you want to ask them out for a second date? Some may be ready for first base. Some may be ready for marriage. Some may be a second date. It's okay. You have to feel the situation. You're going to base it off of their moves, not your own, right? Okay. Y'all hopefully are with me. Second and third date. You're still commenting on social media to connect, not other than Scentsy. Do social things, right? Connect in other ways. Compliment them, like their post, engage on social media where they have to answer you back or text. Maybe you say, hey, you want to go meet at Starbucks? Invite them to a social gathering. Maybe you're going to a party or a bunko or whatever. Invite them. Engage them in a conversation where you ask them what they do. It allows you to let them know that you're a Scentsy consultant. Opens a door, right? First base. You've dated. You're getting to first base. Buying products from you, they should be buying products, or you gave them the opportunity to purchase. Maybe you gave them a catalog or invited them to a party, okay? That's our little kiss on the cheek, right? Second base. They are regularly buying from you. You've added them to your customer mail outs. Like, this is great. We're moving right along. We're doing good. Third base, you've asked them to host a party and earn free and half price. Fourth base, you've asked them to join your Scentsy team by pointing out why you think they would be good, what characteristic they have, or the need that Scentsy will fill for them. At this point, because of dating, first, second, and third base, you know what opportunities fit into their life and how this is going to be a great fit for them. But when you lead out the gate with home base at fourth base, you don't know what their need is. You can't just lead out the gate with, hey, you should join my team and get free and half price or host. You can't do that. And this is all in the sense of with a stranger, right? This is where you have to feel out your people and know where they are. Closing up our date, and we're going to kiss naked. This is exactly what we're doing, y'all. We're going to keep it simple, sweetie. Don't overthink it. And our naked is need all knowledge each day. You cannot leave your house without your clothes on. It is just not good. But I don't want you leaving naked without the tools that you need at your fingertips. So when these situations do come up, you've got to be prepared. So here, without leaving home naked, you've got to have effective recruiting packets on you, samples, business cards, mini testers, catalogs, your Set Circle fundraiser brochure, maybe a realtor flyer, your office on the go in your car. You've got to be prepared to battle all excuses. You've got to become an excuse buster. You've got to know what the solution is from our company to come back with their scenario and be the solution to their problem. So this is where I was reading earlier, and she had sent the message saying that she had tried other direct sales companies and it just didn't work out. She had tried 2 others. Well, my question was, what was your response to that? And here's what I would have wanted to ask a question. Why did your other 2 businesses fail? You have to ask the questions in order to get the answer. So don't stop at their question. Come back with the question to try to dig a little deeper, right? We're trying to get the exact nuggets of, well, why do you think your 2 other businesses failed? What did you try to do to be successful in them? What were they selling? Because in her mind, direct sales was all the same because she's already tried 2 and she had failed. But if we had stopped and had a few little bit more conversations, instead of leading, ours is so different. Let me just give you this basket testers. See if you can get some orders and we can flip you to join. You went straight to 4th base. You can't take a conversation and jump right in there and take that to 4th base. We need to back up and date and get to know each other a little bit. So I know what your problem is, why you failed on the first 2, what you sold, what can I help you with? It's got to go through the dating process, if you will. So use this method to determine what base you are on with each person. And not everybody's going to be the same. You may have a repeat hostess that may be at 2nd base, but somebody that you just met is definitely dating. You don't want to lead and get onto a base yet. They could have a disease. I don't know. Or whatever. You get what I'm saying. I thought it was the perfect analogy for all of this. I really did. I think it fits perfectly. Okay, so let's talk fun stuff and let's talk prizes. And why in the world am I leading with level 3? Because every single one of you has the opportunity to earn this. Level 3, all the way, so easy. So we're leading with the one I think all of you can absolutely achieve. And here it is. This is everything you get on the screen. The new fall-winter 2019 season sales kit for the warmers and the bars, an exclusive diffuser and exclusive warmer specifically designed for the incentive earners, a Scentsy Success credit for $100, a 3,000 points that they hold over to the next incentive for you, a year subscription to Maven Premium, and the $500 shopping spree to either Apple, Nike, Marriott, or Tiffany & Company. If you don't want any of those things, you can always take a $1,000 gift card to any of those places. Amazing. So what does level 3 look like? Your goal is $3,500 and sponsor 3 new consultants who reach certified. This is selling $875 a month, guys, which breaks down to what, $218 per week, 31 PRV a day, which is what, a 6-pack and a light bulb a day. But when you break it down, you can see the home parties. If you did 1 to 2 home parties a month, you would have it in the bag. And notice my little symbols to the left. The calendar, the booking calendar, means it's an opportunity to get future bookings. My flipping a coin means there's a flipping opportunity to happen. Like with home party, you could flip her to be a host, flip her to be a recruit. And then the stick figure means you could get them to join. Fundraiser, you could host 1 to 2 those a month, 1 to 2 basket parties a week, an event 1 to 2 a month, or 1 to 2 online parties a week to reach this goal, right, with sales. Level 2, the diffuser, both sales kits, 1,500 points towards the incentive, or a $300 gift card to one of those places. Your goal is 2,500 PRV and sponsor 2 new consultants who reach certified. This basically comes down to the exact same thing. 1 to 2 parties a month, a fundraiser 1 to 2 a month, a basket party 1 to 2 a week, an event 1 to 2 a month, your online parties. A full calendar is going to get you this incentive earned. Level 1, both season sales kits, the exclusive warmer, 500 points towards the next incentive, 250 PRV each month, home party 1 a month, fundraiser 1 a month, basket party 1 a month, events 1 to 2 a month, and online parties 1 to 2 a month. The reason why I don't even look at level 1 is because anybody that's working this as a business, you will be selling over 1,000 and sponsoring someone in way more than that in 4-month period. I'm sorry, you will be. Top 50. The average of top 50 level 3 earners. They're going to take the average of all your new recruits that you get, they will average out the group wholesale volume of your new people, and they'll take the top 50 of that with the highest. You will earn an all expense paid trip to the Fairmont Empress Hotel in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada for you and a guest. That will happen in October of 2019. Okay, so that concludes our PowerPoint. Now y'all can see why it took me so long to do today. My gosh, I was making that from scratch since this morning. Okay, any questions, comments? Y'all can unmute. I'm going to try to roll through the questions. I had an issue where my last hostess didn't get the individuals to fill out the order forms and also told me no when I even told her about one of her friends' family booked off the party. So a great way is to highlight all of the important data that you want on your order form and tell your hostess, if you get all of your order forms completely filled out, when you return them to me, you get a free gift or a free room spray. That's a great way to guarantee that they fill out everything. And then she told you no when I told her about if one of her friends or family books a party. So it might be the way that you're leading off with that. It could be, hey, Karen, do you want, how would you like 3 more half-price items? What? How do I get 3 half-price items? Girl, if you will just reach out to your 3 closest family and friends, if they will just book a party with me, any kind, we're going to give you an additional half-price item for every single one that you get. So maybe if you lead with the question of hooking them first, like we're throwing it in the water, we're waiting for them to bite, and then we're going to reel them in slowly. We're not going to yank their head off out of the water, but we're just going to give them a little taste. We're putting our little toe in the water, okay? All right, that's all the questions. All right, anybody else have questions?
Hi, Heather.
Hi, Josh, you're back.
I have a statement, like what you were saying earlier about being if you're at the doctor's office and you're reorganizing your Scentsy bag, whatever.
Yep.
We have Scentsy Go. That is technically a walking billboard.
Absolutely.
Besides us, what's the word? Oh, I can't think of the word. But like, once I purchased my Scentsy Go, whenever it came out, I was getting orders like that because they're actually really smelling the product versus just smelling the tiny testers. They're getting that full sense of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, use that as an advantage. That $35 or that $50, it can shoot you up to having the money for a party.
Absolutely. Or ask them if they love the Go that much, if they have any friends that they might be interested in purchasing one or trying it out.
Because
that could be a really nice, easy way to ask.
They could buy Scentsy Go plus a 6-pack. That's $100 right there, and you get one more person to buy the same thing. There's your party right there.
But you don't want to stop at the orders. You want them, the hosts, because they're just going to get you more people to collectively make a party, but you didn't reach their circle of 250.
Yeah. And
so by asking them, hey, would you like to earn yours for free? Host a home party or a basket party for me. They're going to network to their people for you, and that $200 party just became $1,000, or could be, right? Or your next recruit. But if you're not offering hosting or joining, that may not be your recruit. And we have to have the 3 for the next 4 months. We've got to have 3. So we got to be on our A game. For sure. Thanks for sharing that, though. Scentsy Go, absolutely the way to go, Josh. That was a very good point.
Yes, ma'am.
Glad you're back.
I'm so glad to be back and ready for.
You're not going to fall off this time.
Nope, I'm on strong.
Let's do it. All right, anybody else? Questions, comments about our dating scene? Tried over 3 times to flip my party hostess since she did over 1,000. So something that's really great on flipping hostesses is sometimes showing her how much money that she could have earned and telling her. So on a $1,000 party, you can say, Karen, this was such a great party that we did in 2 hours. Thank you so much for hosting. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Because your first paycheck on these orders would be $250 in your pocket. Figure out what the commission will be at 25%, because that's what it will be eventually, right? We'll tell her later we got to get her to 1,000 this month if she wants paid at 25%. But I just kind of like dangle the carrot a little bit. And sometimes they'll stay in that column, right? Sometimes they won't move, and that's okay. Those are still vital, important people of your business. But it's that list of people and where they follow. Put what column are they falling into? That's what we have to realize and approach it the right way without being vomit of the mouth and taking it slow in the dating scene. All right, anybody else? Questions or comments? Was this helpful? Do you feel like you got some nuggets from it? Good. Y'all go blast it on the page now, and they'll be so sad they missed it. Look at me being ugly. No.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we have access to that wonderful PowerPoint that you made for our reference?
Yes, I can send it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just send me, message me with your email if you want it, and I'll copy and paste it and get it into one for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome. Anybody else? And Lorraine, you want to talk SFR? What's going on, babe, about SFR? Registration opened. Who's going? Oh, me too.
I'll be registering this month, so.
Yes, I cannot wait. It's going to be so awesome, you guys.
I already have my hotel booked.
Yay! Good. Y'all share rooms with people. It's so much cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
I've already registered.
Yay! Good, 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 good. What do you want to talk about, Lorraine?
Okay, so I'm signing up because I earned it. Whoop, whoop. And I'm just wondering, does anybody know where they're staying yet? Is anybody staying at the Hilton or the Fairmont?
My hotel is like 5 miles out of Austin, but it's not that far away, so.
Dude, you're going to want to stay with me because we never sleep. I don't know why we even rent a hotel room. I think it's just to keep our Scentsy stuff and make a change. I don't know, but.
It's true.
Right, Heather? We don't sleep.
$250 for my room for those nights.
It was how much?
$250.
Amazing. That's great. Good.
Dude, I just
booked outside of Austin because I'm not that far away from home.
Yeah.
So it's super cheap.
Well, I love that we're able to drive in this year. This is going to be very exciting that we're going to be able to drive in from Houston.
I just booked a room at the Hilton, which is right across the street from the convention center, for $231 a night. And I need 2 more roommates.
Okay, so you have spots open in your room. Good. Okay.
So, like,
this is cheap.
Josh, you need to cancel your room and move in.
Yeah. Well, we are at the Fairmont because we took the incentive. That's where the incentive earners are staying. But we're at the Fairmont, which is still right there near all these other 2 hotels that they listed. So if you are looking for a roommate, comment, let people know that you're looking. It is so doable and affordable if you will sign up now and do the payment plan. They just take out small increments. Your hotel, same thing. Find the roommates. It will be more affordable for you. It will change your business.
And then my other question is, one day is workshops and one day is expo. Does our team have a preference which day we do what? Does it matter?
I'm not sure on that yet. We do have a team day. I'm waiting on confirmation when our team day is with our room and all that we're doing, but that will come out later.
Okay, so if I get it all signed up, I can switch it later, can't I? Maybe.
So maybe, yeah. I'm not sure.
Can you tell I'm excited?
Yeah.
I get to walk this year. Whoop, whoop.
Me too.
Yay!
Next year, December.
That's awesome. It's gonna be fun.
Excited.
All right, anybody else?
Okay, I think that was just about it.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Yep.
Anybody else? All right, well, we are approaching right on 8 o'clock. Y'all, this was perfect timing. All right, I'm going to stop the recording.